Hi to our 220 crew. This is just a quick check-in to talk a little bit more about these field experiences. So I hope you're doing well. I hope your week is off to a great start. I am pulling up our syllabus here on our homepage, and I just want to talk through these options that the field experience gave us. So of course, this is a really unique situation, and what this class would typically entail would be, meeting once a week or doing virtual activities, sort of like watching a documentary, as we have been doing. But then typically we would have 2 full days where you go out into the field. So what we need to do is replace those observational hours with these suggested field experiences. Now, being your first field experience, that doesn't mean that you are leading lessons or jumping in by taking on a small group and doing a reading activity. These are largely observational in nature. And so I was hopeful towards the beginning of the term that maybe we would see an opportunity to partner with Talawanda. Typically in 220, we go to Talawanda High School or Talawanda Middle School, and then one of the Talawanda elementary schools. But having conversation with administration, that's not going to, even if the president announces tomorrow that we will be coming back, that's not going to be an option for us for Talawanda. And so we need to be creative. But what I want to be really mindful of and share with you is that I don't want you to feel like I'm putting a lot of stress on you to find these field experiences, because I don't think that that's very fair. Typically, you show up for this 1 credit hour class and give me your class schedule, and then I share with you where you're going for the day. But we're in a bit of a jam where that's not an option, and I'm mindful that I just don't think it's fair to put all of the pressure on you to come up with 12 hours of field experience. So for some of you, you have access to students with disabilities or intervention specialists, and that is phenomenal. And I hope that you take advantage of interviewing a parent or a student or a teacher, or sitting in if an intervention specialist gives you access to some online instruction or a Zoom meeting with students. That would be fantastic, and that I think is above and beyond and a great experience for you going into future semesters. That's not accessible to everyone, and so I don't want you to feel pressured to find something more kind of real time, like an instruction, watching online instruction or being able to do an interview. And so what I have here, and I sent the link in our email today, is this great website called High Leverage Practices in Special Education. And you'll see, peruse through this. I mean, there are lots of videos, but what I've linked here are these sort of unedited videos. So they're just real life videos of teachers working with students with disabilities. And so you can scroll through here, and maybe you're interested in middle childhood age. And so here's a middle childhood math lesson with an intervention specialist. If you're interested in elementary school, there's transition. There's all different age bands within here and different content. So you can see high school math, elementary math, or middle school age math. So this is an option, and this is a perfectly fine option. Whatever is going to work best for you and your situation and what you have access to is what I'm completely comfortable with. And so if you have some flexibility to be able to do, like I said, the interviews or observations, yes, absolutely go for it. But it's also okay to, in your plan, say, I'm going to watch 12 hours of these videos and then reflect on them. And so what I want you to include in your plan is that you are reflecting. You're not just watching them, but you're jotting down notes on teaching practices that you're seeing, how students respond to the intervention specialist, maybe a little bit about what the curriculum looks like or their classroom management style. So in your reflection, then you're going to reflect on what you observed. So be sure to take notes throughout whatever your field experience activity will look like. Please let me know what questions you have. We're going to get through this together, and depending on what the announcement looks like tomorrow, I'll have an update as to what things will look like moving forward. But we will be meeting next week on Zoom to go over what your semester by semester course of study will look like. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all again next week. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Let me know what questions you have.